Everybody, welcome back with the Purplatypus is the name, and today we're about to game it up with some extra game. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna read the patch notes though. I'm just gonna have this up because I think the servers are down, so I can't really log into the game. But you guys don't want to just hear ambient sound. This isn't an ASMR channel, so let's go ahead and watch. Let's read these patch notes. For context, I am a top 200 in the world player. Okay. My rank is, I'm in the top 200 ranked, yippee-ki-yay. I play Pygmalion 99.9% of the time because I think he's so fun that I want to keep playing him. But we will see, because they are adjusting the power levels of Dooley and Pygmalion. Wow. Anyway, Pygmalion is strong. I've been playing him since before it was cool, okay? I played him day one. I never did skyscrapers more than once. All right? Let's actually read it, though. While we've worked to progressively improve server stability and connectivity, we have also heard your feedback regarding gameplay balance. Oh, come on, Plat, game on, no yawning. Many of today's changes focus on adjusting the power levels of Dooley and Pygmalion, as well as fixing a significant amount of bugs. Cool. We know you're eager to learn the changes, yada yada blue blue. New content. This is what I want to see, man. New content. Let's go. I'm really excited for Mac. Not yet, though. Added the sparring partner encounter that challenges your build's performance. I am interested. I assume this is a even harder fight. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? We'll have to see in game. Variety of new skills. So I like specific details when they're adding balance changes. However, for new content, I do like being able to just go explore it for the most part. I don't really need to be like, oh, what new skill? We'll be like, I like just playing the game. I was like, what the hell is that? Oh, you know, added a variety of new level up options. That's really cool because there's already a lot. I don't feel like they needed more, but if they're interesting, I'm excited. Art has been updated for a variety of encounters. If you see me yawn, I promise I'm not at all tired. I've just slept about 12 hours. I think my body just doesn't know what to do with that much sleep. I woke up, the servers are down. I'm like, you know what? Going back to sleep. Level up reward system adjusted. Conditional level up spawning removed. People don't have to sell unwanted items early anymore to try and avoid dud level up rewards. I don't fully understand. This is probably not related to the items that go into your inventory. Conditional level up spawning removed. I wonder if this is like Pygmalion. You need 25 gold, so you sell everything you have to get 25 gold. Maybe, I don't know. Level up now will show 5 options instead of 3. That's really cool. So new level up options. Ah! In addition to, you now get 5 instead of 3. This is going to be fun. Level up rewards for level 5 is now fixed. Upgrade your leftmost item. Holy, this is strong. This is actually, I don't even know if this is a good thing. This is, it's fun. However, if you're high rolling, if you get a early silver item, like if there's a vineyard, for example, I guess it's not the perfect example, but vineyard is an item you can get at silver. And now at level 5, if you get it before level 5, you get to make it gold at level 5. You get to make it diamond at level 10, which is not hard to hit level 10 by the end of the run. So you get like a guaranteed diamond item if you get a reasonable silver item, which you could get as early as day 1, a medium silver item with the silver item salesman lady. So it's scary. It might add a little too much consistency to getting diamond on powerful items, but doesn't mean it's not going to be fun. Maybe this will be a skill test. Like the best players will benefit more than the lower level players. Blood Reef Raider now starts with a Crow's Nest silver tier instead of a Crow's Nest gold tier. Significantly increases the rate of combat from the Mountain Pass event. Thank you. I'm telling you, I've only had 1 combat in 300 fucking times doing this. Sponsorship, Cache of Riches, and Regenerative Tincture now scale with player level. Okay, I don't know exactly what these are, the names, but I assume that maybe these are Pygmalion stuff. I don't know. Sponsorship is now available for all heroes. Okay, there we go. Deadly Crooner now has a handle, a Halady instead of a yo-yo. No! Deadly Crooner, I literally fought this guy every single time just because he had a yo-yo. I'm afraid yo-yo is going to get butchered here. Can you guys read this? All right, just remind me. Jules Cafe, no options no longer cost gold. Jules Cafe. Is this the thing that gives you the snacks that gives you permanent stats? Interesting. No longer cost gold. That's awesome. Backup defenses now shields based on player max health and starts of gold tier. You know what's funny is I actually don't know the names of most of the skills because I just go off their pictures. So I'm not actually sure exactly which one this is. But getting a bunch of, shields is good. Backup defenses sounds good. If it's one of the ones that activates at half life, those are usually not as good, but still not terrible. Knife Tricks now reduces weapon cooldown by 5% when you use it and starts at diamond tier. Whoa, that is a powerful skill. It must be, it's diamond. All right, balance changes. Vanessa. Shipwreck now starts at diamond tier with +1 multicast. That is huge because it used to start at, I think, gold tier with +1 multicast and went up to +2 multicast. Now, not only is it going to show up less, it's also just weaker. Great. Chimera is no longer a tool and slows for 1 second down from 2 seconds. Okay, awesome. So it's no longer a tool. They removed the tag. I don't know how significant that is. There's probably a lot of tool skills that would activate when you did when you use a tool, this thing happens and it uses at the start of combat. So now it doesn't even have that tag. That should help. And the slow is going to be lower, which is awesome. At least at the bronze tier, right? I assume it'll still scale up unless it just chooses more items. Swashbuckle Deadly now provides double crit bonus. Swashbuckle Shiny now provides double damage, heal, and shield bonus. That's interesting. I don't know how this changed. Maybe it didn't do anything. Maybe this is actually a buff. That's pretty cool. I like that you could get a lucky Swashbuckle and maybe restore some of its old power to be really, really, really strong. Dooley is getting some big old changes, bro. Look at this list. Holy crap. All right. All of Dooley's starting cores now start at 7 seconds, which does not decrease on upgrades. So now they don't ever go down. They're 8 seconds. So now they're all 7 and none of them go down. Robotics Factory now starts at diamond with multicast +1. All right, that's a pretty big nerf. I believe it was, maybe, I thought that was already changed. Maybe it was just they removed one multicast from the other tier. I don't know. Obviously, they don't like the multicast items are getting hit. Combat Core now counts as a vehicle in addition to being a core and a weapon. Well, that's really cool. There's got to be some crazy synergy there. If I've played more Dooley, I would know. Critical Core Deadly now gives a 50% crit chance instead of doubling its own crit. Okay, that's really cool because it's 15, so it goes up to 50. Bell Lista, base damage increased from 20 up from 10, and cooldown reduced from 5 seconds down from 6. That's actually, what's interesting? Out of all the changes I've seen, out of the 2 patch notes, this is one of the most straightforward just buffs. This is just, hey, the damage went up, the cooldown went down. This is a double whammy. This item is way better. Weak point detectors damage buff increased from 3, 6, 9, 12 from 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it used to be 2, 3, 4, 5, and now it goes up to 12. Chem Snail has gained has gained slow, an item for 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds at 6 second cooldown. Poison on slow has gained slow an item. Okay. Poison on slow reduced from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1, 2, 4, 8. Okay, so Chem Snail got basically a new effect, but in return, its poison on slow got reduced. That's okay. Armadillo, I'm just making sure that you guys can still see it. Yeah, you can see all the way down to Power Drill. When you shield effect now deals damage equal to its shield value. Okay, when you shield effect now deals damage equal to its shield value. That's interesting. Okay, again, these are pretty drastic changes, but I haven't played that much Dooley. I know, and I apologize. P Air Conditioner now starts at diamond tier. Okay, that means the free stuff's gonna be harder to go, but he's actually not changed. Omega Ray now starts at silver instead of gold tier. Oh, the array build is online, bro. I have so many Omega Ray skins. I mean, it's the same skin, but I got a bunch of them. Pulse Rifle now starts at bronze tier instead of silver, dealing 10, 30, 60, 100 damage. Its cooldown has increased to 4 seconds from 3 seconds, and the multicast effect now doubles if the friend is your only friend. Okay. If the friend is your only friend. Pulse Rifle, I'm excited to see what that does. Now deals 2, 4, 6, 8, 160 damage when you haste, slow, freeze, poison, burn, charge. This 1, 1, 1, 2 seconds. Okay. That's cool. Again, I'm gonna have a lot to say about Pygmalion, so let's just kind of get through to this. Monitor Lizard now starts at bronze tier. Thank you. Now gives your weapons damage like clockwork. Gives your weapons damage equal to double the damage if you have core that is a weapon. Okay. Forklift now deals damage from, it's a buff for each item to the left of it. Okay, big forklift buff. It is a large item if I recall. Kinetic cannon now gains 10, 20, 40 damage and 20, 30, 40 for the fight when you use a small item. Railgun has been redesigned. It now deals 100 and 200 damage, and it's charged 1 to 2 seconds when you use the core. Okay, I like that. So whenever you use the core, it just kind of charges itself. Scrap metal starts at gold tier. Isn't scrap metal one of those junk items? Maybe I'm wrong. Beta ray now only freezes small items. I always like seeing freeze nerfs. I love seeing freeze nerfs. All right. Balance changes Pygmalion. I'm gonna have. Okay, I'm not even gonna guess. Let's just get into it. Luxury tent multicast no longer scales to +2 at diamond. Oh no. Oh no. All right. I mean, still +1 multicast is strong. It was the last one. I even made a video as like the nerfs missed one because they were taking a lot of the multicast +2 down to multicast +1. So now gold, it's still a good item. Don't get me wrong. It's great at gold. Luxury tent fixed. I don't know. Restorative. I don't know what it was doing, what it wasn't doing. But here we go. The bird. The bird. Healing increased to 10, 30, 60, 100. We got a buff, guys. It's just purely a buff. And its multicast effect is now +1 multicast instead of +2. It is a big nerf to the bird to lose 1 multicast per property instead of getting +2 multicast. You're not going to have 7, 8 multicast birds anymore. But they did double its healing to make up for that, so it's a better healing item potentially, but it's definitely weaker. But is this bad? I don't think this is bad. I still think it is weaker though. We'll have to see. It's going to be one of the I always buy it, so we'll take a look. Beehive no longer uses all busy bees on enemy weapon use. Instead, it uses 1 busy bee on enemy item use. Whoa, that's a 2-for-1. It's a buff and a nerf. It's definitely a bigger nerf than a buff, but it's at least interesting. When you're busy bee, when your enemy uses an item, it would all your busy bees would attack. So they were all like caltrops but small, and they would use like a weapon, and you would just hit them for like 10,000 because you had like 6 bees, and they would go bop 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 bop. Now it's only ever going to be 1, but it's on any enemy item use. So it really is. It becomes a 3 size scaling potentially. A 3 size scaling caltrops. Now, the reason why it's not just worse than caltrops is 1, you can get it kind of earlier, it can scale its damage, and I believe it does count as a use. So it is an item that gets used, which can trigger a lot of different effects. So I actually think this makes beehives weaker, but it makes beehive less risky to run because you don't randomly come up against a no weapon build and have your whole board do fucking nothing. Plus, it's only basically a large item now because you never are going to want more than 1 busy bee for the most part. Brass knuckles. Please be stronger. God damn, this item sucks. Second effect is now, this has double damage. Okay. Instead of while this has 40 or more damage, this has +1 multicast. Brass knuckles has double damage? I was really hoping that they would add a multicast effect to it. It's like every 100 damage, it gets +1 multicast or something. Maybe that would still be way too fucking weak. This is double damage. Brass knuckles, you just made yourself to the we're gonna try you out tier list. Double damage is a big amount of damage. I'm interested. My phone is ringing, guys. My phone is ringing. It's telling me that it's 2:15 and I have to be at work at 40 minutes, but we got shit to do. Loop now starts at gold tier. I hope that doesn't make it weaker at gold tier. I hope they just kind of remove the silver version of it from the game. Loop is very, very strong. It's such an important item for Pig, but it's all right. It was too strong, I can say. Golf club's cooldown increased to 7 seconds from 6 seconds. That's fair. It is probably irrelevant most of the time, but it's still fair. Crook damage bonus reduced from 10, 20, 40. Instead of 10, 20, 50. So it did get a 10 damage debuff. I don't know if that's enough to make Crook bad. But still, it is obviously very, it's a very, very strong item. It is definitely weaker. Caltrops now starts at Diamond tier. Start back up here. Caltrops now starts at Diamond tier. It is one of the best items in the game for sure. I already didn't use it that much outside of the Crook build because it just kind of came in late and the heal build is really tight. But it's starting at Diamond tier is probably fair. It is an insanely broken item. But it's kind of like, I don't like items starting at Diamond tier because like I have such a defined build most of the time. But I mean, it's fair. I mean, it's not, I don't think it's a perfect solution, but it's hard to adjust that item in a way, numbers that makes it balanced, right? Beast of Burden damage and damage bonus reduced to 10, 20, 40, 80 to 10, 25, 50, 100. I mean, I guess if you start with the silver one, it doesn't really matter that much. Its damage isn't going to get as crazy, of course, because that's the whole point. But, I mean, still, the issue for me is still the bronze one sucks. The bronze Beast of Burden sucks. But if you start with the silver Beast of Burden, it is pretty good. Balcony value effect now only triggers in combat. Interesting. This is actually specifically a nerf to... This is a nerf to the pawn shop builds. I didn't expect them to hit the pawn shop builds. This might have an additional effect, I guess. But for the most part, so the way pawn shop works, if you don't know, is it gives you HP equal to 10, 15. It's 10, 15, and 20 times its own value, and it generates value every time you sell an item. But if you double its value in combat, so when you put it on your board, you get a bunch of HP. And when combat starts, you start at max HP. But if you put Pawn Shop on your board and you use something like Balcony to double its value, originally you were getting, instead of its value being at 200, it would be at 400, right? Something crazy. And so you'd get a huge amount of HP. But in combat, it still does that. It still goes up to a value of 400, but your max HP doesn't go up to that value. You only get the original value of before you were entering combat. So you basically get a really big pool of empty HP, where if you have a way to heal percent-based, it's still useful. It'll scale your healing. But you don't start at an insane amount of HP. You're going to start at whatever the pawn shop says you should start at before it's doubled. This is actually good for the sake of there are skills that activate at half HP. You can guarantee they start in fight. Like, oh, when you, like, there are skills like, oh, freeze items or something when you're at half HP. Get double effect of your skills when at half HP. Doubling the value of a pawn shop is the best way to activate those at the second 0 of combat. Signet Ring now starts at silver tier. Let's go, Signet Ring. I love Signet Ring. Can you see that? Yes, you can. I love Signet Ring. Plus 10 HP, plus 1 income. It's not a great item, but it is cool enough to take. I'm always happy to see it. Giant Ice Club now has when any item gains freeze, charge this 1 or 2 seconds from your enemy has a frozen item. This deals double damage. Giant Ice Club might be worth using now. Whenever any item gains freeze, you get to charge it. Yes. I will actually be willing to try this now because before it was just so dog water. Because also the double damage is like not, it's good, but on a large item with 500 damage, I was like, who cares at that point? I'd rather just be using Beast of Burden and stuff. This is cool though. Charge effects are very powerful. So a Giant Ice Club got a huge buff, and it's good because I would never use it. Endurance now gives your heal items plus 20, plus 30 heal for the fight when you use a weapon and starts at gold tier. Oh no, this is a big nerf. I think this is the one, again, I go off pictures more than I go off the names, where your heal items would get, they would get plus heal equal to half or 100% of your weapon damage. So this is now a huge nerf. Still, your heal items getting stronger whenever you use a weapon. It's still gonna, if you look here, there's no yo-yo. The yo-yo is, I think, the strongest item in the game, but maybe that's in the future. I'm never gonna not take a yo-yo, I'll be honest here. Vineyard has been redesigned. No, wait, Vineyard has been redesigned and now heals 1, 2, 3 times its value when you use an item. We'll have to see what this means because this doesn't sound redesigned. It now heals 1, 2, or 3 times its value whenever you use an item. Maybe it sounds like a buff. which I think Vineyard is one of the most broken items in the game. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But we'll have to see. Landscraper has been redesigned and now shields 1, 2, 3 times its value when you use an item. Okay, so these are probably not... I assume these aren't buffs, because these items are both crazy. These items are both crazy, so I don't know. Your properties now lose value when you lose a fight with stained glass window. I love that flavor. I'm already not using stained glass window, but I understand that's probably... Maybe it's flavor, maybe it's actually needed. I'm not confused about these, but we'll just have to go inside game. If I could just pull up the game and like look at the cards, I would do it, but we can't, so we'll have to check that out in the next video. Model Ship Deadly now gives adjacent items 20% crit chance for when you use an item. Okay. That's sure. I mean, I guess it does something now. Hammer damage increased from 20-40-80, previously 20-30-40, and its upgrade effect now targets the item to the left. Okay, that's kind of cool. Necronomicon now inflicts 3... These are neutral items. Necronomicon now inflicts 3 poison and gives 3 regen per trigger instead of 1 each. Necronomicon buff. That's going to make the fight harder. Dragon Whelp Restorative. It is now heal equal to this item's damage. I don't know what it was before. Maybe it was a flat amount. These items can now be deadly. Enchanted versions of Scrap Metal, Hammer, and Wrench now correctly state they will add enchantment to the item they upgrade instead of providing other effects. Okay, that's pretty cool. Bug fixes. Fix issues with players' ghost being buffed at the start of combat. Oh, it was only the ghost. Interesting. I thought it was players exploiting the game, but I guess it was ghost. Fix the bug where enchanted items could lose their buffs when upgraded. I've had this. My fire item went from like +12 to +4 on like the matchbox or something. It was super annoying. Fix the bug where enchanting an item could cause the item to lose their buffs. Fix the bug where enchanting an item could cause it to lose their buffs. Okay. Items are only purchased now when you click them or drag them to the stash or carpet. I don't know how that's different. Normally I click items. Maybe there was a way you could accidentally do it on touchscreen or something. Corrected a number of tag-related issues with items counting as the wrong thing in some cases. Audio no longer plays for each missing win at the end of a run sequence. I don't even remember hearing that. New confirmation prompt in the gem. Okay, I mean, this is all bug stuff. Well, last time it was important, so I guess I should go through it. Legendary rank number now properly updates when you return to the main menu. Items that have new projectiles after being enchanted are properly animated now. The default carpet is changed and should not be found in chests. Hey, thank you. Settings menu now appears in front of the game. Purchasing screen, okay. Fixed a bug where Kina, non-weapon merchant, had very small chance of supplying weapons. Kina! Oh, man. It must have been something mistagged or something. Fix the bug where Cog would haste more than 1 second per activation. Damn you, Cog. Fix the bug where Shadow Cloak was not shown a tooltip. Awesome. Advanced synthetics not showing a tooltip. Magic carpet damage buff persisted beyond the fight. Magic carpet, I mean, that would be pretty magical. DJ robot at gold diamond tiers did not spawn items. Nanobots, I've had this happen lots of times actually. And no longer upgrades existing nanobots. Okay, maybe I didn't, but I thought I had that item. Fix the bug with bushel, heavy, turbo, and icy enchantments where it was not the correct timing. Could be when you heal. Okay. Icy seems broken on bushel. Fix the bug with the launcher counted as a heal item. Cash register golden was not working from stash. Really? I don't even notice that. Cash cannon golden was not working from stash. Beehive golden was not working from stash. Okay, they had some golden effects. Business card golden. I haven't noticed any of these, but I assume there must have been a situation. Radiant not working on 5 items. Robe, schematics, Piggles, Pygmalion's dagger, and Teddy, Pygmalion's dagger. Maybe that'll be an item I'll use now. Fix the bug where Forge sometimes didn't spawn 4 items if you had a friend. Forage. Vengeance at dime. Issue with Bulldozer where it claimed it was reducing cooldowns by 20, 30, 40, where it's actually 10, 20, 30. Okay, Bulldozer, thank you for not being quite as strong. Virus tooltip to say it doesn't destroy itself. Okay, awesome. The following items, skill tooltip support upgrade previews. Hey, nice. Because sometimes you just have to know. If you don't know, now you know. Better support is coming. Damn effects. These damn visual sound effects. Barbed wire. Idle V voice over is now Foria instead of default hero VO when players are inside the encounter. Awesome. Well, overall, Pygmalion got, I think, the most changes. Maybe Dually. They're pretty close. Lots of nerfs. They're not all nerfs though. Are they all 100% nerfs? No. Signet Ring, Giant Ice Club. These are buffs. Pretty much everything else is a nerf. We'll see how Vineyard and Landscaper actually work. So I think it sounds like Vanessa, like I don't think they touched Vanessa's super strong poison build. So that might become instantly the best item, the best thing in the game. Pygmalion's definitely going to drop in popularity, but I really don't think they took that much power from him. They didn't touch Yo-Yo, which is surprising. Yo-Yo is very strong. But I got to go to work. These patch notes came out later than I was expecting, so I'm going to head out. Much love for Platypus. I'll see you on the flip-flops. Bye!